Lasted only an inning in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show's coverage of the minor leagues continues as we make a... Now to the plate, here is David Boucher. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. And now, Davis Wenzel.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
Now this is slowly hit to short, probably too slowly to get to. Reined in, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Next, here is David Boucher trying here to plate the tying run from second. First delivery to him. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And this is lined hard to deep left. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And the runner will score from second. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Into the box, Kevin Vizcaino. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Hit out towards second. And that is into right field. A base hit. The throw to the plate. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores. Stepping in once again is David Boucher. He doubled home a pair his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Wallace at second. Kenny at first. 1 gone. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. This one's down to third. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Next will be the designated hitter, Davis Wenzel. He bounced out last time up. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And there's 1 down now. Digging in will be David Boucher. 2 RBIs already. Looking for more here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Outside for a ball, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves. Only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
Line hard deep into left. And he has just given them the lead late as this is down for extra bases. And this throw gets away from him. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's when...
Batter will be Lane Huffman. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play. Next to hit, David Boucher. He doubled his last time up.
David Boucher. Here we go.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Comes set, the 0-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1 pitch. 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. This is hit to third. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run. A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. Round Rock with their 50th team win in this one. Joe Harvey claims the win out of the pen, his first. Gene Casanova earns the save out of the bullpen, his 22nd. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Round Rock Express. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Hans Kraus gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Vizcaino.
Ready now is Kevin Vizcaino. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. So here's the cleanup hitter, Esteban Kiros. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he misses with it 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat to the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
At the plate, Trenton Brooks, as it's grounded sharply to first. Reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning. Batter will be Lane Huffman as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Fouled away. And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. And now in the box, Alfonso Rodriguez. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Ruda finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Chihuahuas lead it 1-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Steele Walker. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. No balls and a strike to count. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Steele Walker is retired leading off the bottom of the 4th. Now here it comes. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next, it'll be Kevin Vizcaino, grounded out in his last at-bat. And that one yanked just foul. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. El Paso's out on top. First offering. Esteban Kiros is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. He's set. Here it comes. Juan Vieira will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Fouled off. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now a swinging bunt. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. 5 innings complete. The Chihuahuas lead it 1-0. And stepping in, Lane Huffman. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate. Changeup called strike 1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So now to the plate, Mark Jacob looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1, here it comes. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Yeah, he's got these hitters in the proverbial rocking chair right here, pushing the throttle and pulling it. Nice change of speeds.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
He froze him on the fastball there. Mark Jacob goes down for the second out here in the bottom half. Alfonso Rodriguez is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So 6 perfect innings for him out of the gate as he's been masterful. We're through 6 full. El Paso's out on top, 1-0. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Steele Walker. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Hit down the line at first, scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And now here is Davis Wenzel. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Hit to short. He's got it. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
This guy, he does.
Standing in now, Kevin Vizcaino, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Wenzel, base runner at first with 1 out. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Esteban Kiros. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. From the belt, the pitch.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
And that's through for a base hit, and the no-hitter is gone. So he was able to take it into the 7th, but the no-hit bid is going to end here with 2 out in inning number 7.
Boy, and Matty, this is when you start really thinking about a no-hitter once you get into the 7th. And it's hard not to look past getting through that last out. But, D-Row, it just wasn't meant to be here with 2 outs in the 7th.
No, he's pitched a heck of a game, without question. You can't deny that. But this offense is going to stay on the attack. We'll see if this manager turns it over to the bullpen or allows this guy to finish it on his own.
Behind 0-2 now. Very weakly on the ground. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 gone. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. James Hoyt is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
Close one tonight. 2
Well, I'm getting increasingly impatient about this player's status. He hasn't been called up yet. I think he's ready. I can't wait to see what he does when he gets there. Let's talk about what he has to look forward to. Sean Casey's with me. Case, walk us through what it was like for you that first game in the major leagues. What was it like for you?
Oh my gosh. I still remember my first at bat. It was in Chicago. I remember they said, you're going to pinch hit for Dave Justice. So I go in and pinch hit. And I look up, and there's the 40,000 people in the stands. You know, all of a sudden, the anxiety was at a different level. And I think the third deck, that third level, you don't have that. You don't have that in the minor leagues where you're like, wow, there's an upper deck here. It's crazy. And I think visually, it's overwhelming. I know for me it was. I ended up getting a hit in my first at bat, but I remember those thoughts of, wow, this is a different ballgame. This is a different feeling up here. So there's something to be said about a player that gets called up, getting used to all the things that go on in the big leagues.
Now on your home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA West. Tonight, a matchup of teams at opposite ends of the division between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Oklahoma City Dodgers. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
And hit him. First base. Boucher.
So here is David Boucher, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Hey, get on for us here.
Now the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-1. And there he goes towards second. Lifted down the line in left. The 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Justin Yurchak comes in hitting just a hair below 300 this season. And safe at first on a bang-bang play as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw. Now at the plate is David Boucher, struck out in his last trip to the plate. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches. Hey, this guy hasn't reached the big leagues yet, but he's coming. You're going to know his name at some point. He just got a few more developmental things to work on.
And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Digging in next, David Boucher. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. First pitch on its way. Oh, that ball's driven into left center. This could be trouble. And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play one for sure and maybe a second. The relay. The tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and no one left on base. So 1-1 home. Popped him up. Boucher ranging into shallow right. He's there and records the first out. Now into the box, Joe Hudson flew out last time up.
Number 70.
The 1-2. Hit weakly back to the mound. And that's the second out. Next to dig in, Johnny Parsons.
The left fielder, number 9. Johnny Carson.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half. Next up is David Boucher. He doubled home a pair his last time up. Out in front of it, strike one. Wallace leads off second with one gone in the inning. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Changeup, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Bush camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
Boucher.
All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, David Boucher. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And that is off the wall. Around first, he's digging for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now...
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Davidson. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Softly hit to the left side. One there. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Well, that didn't take long. Comes in and gets the first batter he faces to hit into a game-ending double play. That's what you call efficiency, folks. Nice save.
And tonight's final, 7-3. El Paso used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Mackenzie Gore earned his 5th win of the year. Tejas Shah couldn't escape the